We're going to have a stronger economy because I'm going to be governor.
I have experience in the private sector. I know how jobs are created and how jobs are lost.
I'm going to work tirelessly as governor to bring more good jobs to Massachusetts.
I know how to solve a budget problem.
I stand very clearly for lowering the taxes.
Jobs in the economy is what I know.
I spent my life in the private sector. I know why jobs come and why they go.
My number one job will be to see that America once again is number one in job creation.
I will finally get America on track to have a balanced budget. I will cut marginal taxes across the board. If people want to know what I stand for, they can look at my record as governor.
Mitt Romney was not an effective leader in Massachusetts, and the proof is in the pudding.
I had worked only under Republican governors, and I worked really well with all of the others. There was really not much working with Mitt Romney.
When Governor Romney became governor of Massachusetts, many of the issues that our country faces were at our doorstep. High debt, the need for jobs, the need to support a working middle class. There were great opportunities, and there was great hope that Governor Romney could deliver. He didn't deliver.
We need a jobs revolution. We need to have more jobs in Massachusetts, more good jobs. That's the key to our future.
There was that promise and hope that Romney would deliver with jobs and grow the economy here in Massachusetts, and that did not materialize.
Massachusetts growth stopped. Companies stopped coming. The new jobs were not being created.
We knew that we were losing manufacturing jobs, and he never found any solutions to try and figure out how do we keep them. By the time Mitt Romney left office, we were 47th in the nation in terms of job growth.
During Mitt Romney's tenure as governor, wages dropped 5% in his first 2 years, which really had a very negative effect throughout Massachusetts.
I will fight to keep our tax rate not going up, but to keep it where it is and then bring it down by the end of my first term.
What we heard from Mitt Romney during the campaign was the no new taxes pledge. And he found very quickly, once he was in office, that he couldn't deliver on any services without having sufficient resources. So he raised our taxes by raising our fees.
But a rose by any other name is absolutely still a rose. Fees are an increase out of the pockets of every Massachusetts resident. That's a tax. Let's call it what it is.
Struggling working families, they were paying more under his administration. They were paying at the Department of Motor Vehicles, they're paying for marriage fees and burial fees.
Every fee that he put in place or increased impacted mainly the average middle-income person.
The only place that I remember Mitt Romney actually cutting taxes was for the 278 wealthiest families in our state.
I've indicated what my position is on how to balance the budget, and it's by cutting out waste and inefficiency and taking advantage of great efficiencies that I think we can capture.
Under the Romney administration, we accumulated the greatest debt buildup of any state in the country. That's after a campaign promise to do exactly the opposite.
He used debt to pay for annual operations costs. That's like paying your rent on your credit card, and that was Mitt Romney's way of paying for the way we maintained our highways, the way we cleaned our streets. It was a really flawed way of addressing basic operations, was to go deeper and deeper into debt.
Governor Romney's plan for America right now is the same plan that he sold to the people of Massachusetts in 2002. Less government, less debt, better business, and less taxes. The result was the opposite. More fees, less business, more debt, bigger government here in Boston.
He just did not get the job done. He just didn't walk the talk.
There are times when I watch Mitt Romney saying the exact same things now that he said here in Massachusetts in 2002 in a robotic way that is completely hollow. It didn't work here, so I'm not quite sure why he thinks it might work nationally.
Romney economics doesn't work. It didn't work in Massachusetts, and it's not going to work in Washington.